Anyways, this is a vlog. So I am filming my opening clip to my vlog tonight because I think I'm gonna take my braids down. So this is probably the only time you're gonna see me looking cute in this video. So I thought, why not get a thumbnail out of this? Because who knows what I'm gonna be looking like in the next clip. I might not even take my braids down. I might not. Who knows? But I really want to read Babel because I want to get it out the way. I am reading a bunch of romance books right now, and I want to read Babel. Like, I'm excited for it. I really want to do the vlog because I would just, if I didn't want to do the vlog, I would have just canceled it. I really just want to get back into my romance era, and I want to read my Christmas romance. And I should have read this book last month, but it's coming into December, which is fine. That's fine. Things always go as planned. That's fine. But yes, hi, my name is Mayana. Welcome to my reading vlog. Welcome to my Accord. In this vlog, I will be reading Babel by R.F. Kuang. So I predict that I'm going to be giving this book 5 stars. I don't know, I'm a little worried because I have seen some negative things about the book, but I'm a little dumb. So I feel like it's not gonna really matter. Not that like me being dumb, I'm not dumb. I'm actually very smart. I'm a very smart girl, as we all know. Very smart and beautiful, like, and funny. I'm actually a triple threat, but that's not the point here. I know there are some issues that people had with this book, like the language and how some of the words weren't created until after the time period of this book. But I just feel like I'm never gonna know that, because why would I know that, you know? So I feel like that's not gonna bother me. It's dark academia. It's written by a woman of color. It has a black girl in it. These are the things that I've been begging for, and it's the end of the year, and I figured, why not end my year off with a bang? I do need to read this book so it can be in my 2022 favorites, because I know it will. I mean, I'm already excited for her R.F. Kuang's next book, Yellowface. Like, she's literally on her way to be my all-time favorite author. Like, wow. So I figured, why not do a reading vlog? I want to do more of these reading vlogs, like dedicated book reading vlogs, but on my other channel it wasn't doing very well. But I figured on this channel, why not give it a try? I'm all for taking chances, trying new things, trying old things. One thing about me is, if you watch High School Musical, the series, I became obsessed with it over like my time of being away. I really relate to Gina. My favorite thing about her is that the first time she does something, it might not be good, but the second time she does something, she's gonna eat. And that's very much me. I love doing things more than once because I know the first time might not be perfect, but the second time it definitely will be. I'm also a quitter though, so who knows. But how many pages is this book? This book is 544 pages. I have the audiobook. The audiobook is 21 hours. I have it on Audible. I figured this would take me like a day or two to read because I'm going to listen to the audiobook. And maybe I'll annotate. I don't know, because I don't think I'm not gonna annotate because I jinx myself. I don't annotate books that I read for the first time because I jinx myself, and whenever I do annotate, it stops like being good. It's like when you're texting someone you met on Tinder and then you save their number and then they ghost you, or like you're dating someone and then you tell your friends about them and then they ghost you. It's kind of like that, but for books. So I figure I'm not gonna annotate. Yeah, but I'm gonna end this clip so I can take my thumbnail so I can get started on my other video that I do have to film. So yes, I hope that you enjoy the vlog and enjoy this ride, and let's see where we go. I feel like it is way past due for me to take out my braids, but I want to film this vlog first. And like, low-key, I have other things I want to film. Like, I don't know, but I miss my curly hair, so I think I'm actually gonna start taking down my braids. This is not the Mayana hair show. This is the Babel vlog. So I am on chapter 7, so I'm about 130 pages into the book. I have no idea what's going on, but I like it. I've watched some other people's readings vlogs, and I saw Katie Colson. I was watching hers, and she said that she gave the Poppy War like 3 stars when she first read it, and then she ended up giving the last book 5 stars. And so for me, I haven't read the last book yet, which I mean at this point I have to, but I have so many books on my TBR. I gave the Poppy War 5 stars when I first read it, and like, this is, I don't know, this is giving, it's not giving me the Poppy War, but it's like giving me how I felt when I first read the Poppy War. So I have no idea what the fuck is going on, but I'm having a fun time. I like the main character. I'm liking some of the things that's happening, like when one of the characters is like when she was like talking to the teacher, and she's like, yeah, like I just wanted your thoughts because you're a woman. And she's like, women are discriminated here. And like I kind of liked that interaction between the teacher and the student, because it kind of shows like how much assholes these people are. And it even has like the secret society thing going on. So right now, like even though I'm confused, I'm having a fun time. Which at first, um it's 8 a.m. I woke up at 5 a.m. and I didn't want to turn any lights on, so I wanted to wait until the sun came up to do my first like check-in. So when I first started, I did not know what the fuck was going on. I just was just there. I'm like, I'm just here, I'm listening, I'm on Pinterest, I'm making a mood board for the book that I'm reading, even though I don't understand what's going on. But now that I'm 2 hours into the story, I have 8 hours left, I still don't understand what's going on, but I'm having a fun time. Like Harv Kwan is an amazing writer. And in a clip before, I said that like someone had stated that like the language that the author used, she used a lot of language that came out after this book. I'm not really a language person. I'm always curious, like, oh, like where did this word come from and all that stuff, but I never Google it. Like I don't know where words come from and when they started and things like that. But in the beginning of the book, what is it called? Because it's not really called, I guess it's technically, who's Bennett? I think that's her husband. Yeah, the author's note. In the author note, she literally states like some things that I've written have happened after this book. And she literally was like, please excuse some of the, like the inaccuracies. This is a work of fiction. So like I was like, okay, that's all I needed to hear, honestly. So I mean, if I happen to hear a word and I'm like, that came out after this time, which is not gonna happen because I don't even know the time this book is set in. It's set in 1890 something, that's all I can tell you. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, that word came out at that time, because the author literally states like, hey, I can't really take away too much time. It's 8 a.m. I have 8 hours left. We got things to do, books to read, so I don't have any time to really waste here. So back to, do you want to say hi, Apple? Do you want to say hi? Ow, scratched me. Say hi, Apple. All right, calm down. You're scratching up my chair, man. My hair looks like cute but insane. But like cute but like insane. I look insane. I don't know what I was talking about. But yeah, so I don't know what percentage I am through this book, but I do know, I want to say maybe, I'll say maybe like 40%. I have, let's just say 4 hours left, because if I would have kept listening for 3 more minutes, I would have had 4 hours left. It is 12 o'clock. I did put my speed up to 2.5, so that's why I have like that much time left. I'm on chapter 15, so I want to say I'm like 200 pages into the book, almost 300. Yeah, because I'm almost at the interlude, so I am 270 pages into the book. And I don't know, I'm just like, all interest that I did have, she's gone. I'm bored. I don't care about the characters. I don't care about what's going on. There's no plot, there's no action, there's really no magic. Like I get it's about like language, and like I do like the language stuff that's going on, but it's like that's the only thing that's happening. And maybe I'm dumb, maybe I'm missing something, but I just feel like I'm not having a good time. I'm not having fun. Like all interest that I did have is on, like even like with Griffin. I don't really care about Griffin, but at least I liked what was going on with Griffin and Robin. And then that ended. So then I was like, okay. But I don't know, maybe within the next 200 pages I'll end up changing my mind and something will happen and I'll be like, this is the greatest book ever. But like as of right now, I don't see myself giving I don't see myself giving this book anything more than 3 stars. I'm just not in, I'm not having fun. Like I'm not having fun. I'm bored. I'm not like bored out of my mind or I want to DNF it, but it's like it's literally 500 pages and I just feel like I know it's a lot of like building and stuff like that, but it's just like I don't know. I'm the kind of reader where it's like I love reading and immersing myself in stories, but I just feel like we need to have a purpose here. Like books shouldn't just be long because you want to type your fingers away. Books shouldn't be long just to be long because you want a long book, like just because you feel like 300 pages isn't enough. Like I just feel like if you're gonna write a long book, then make it worth it. Like that's, I don't like reading big books because I feel like they're, I don't hate them or anything, but it's like I don't really like reading big books because I feel like they're useless. Even in romance, I hate romance books that are over 400 pages because it's like, what do you have to talk, this is a romance book, what do you have to talk about for 400 pages? At least in fantasy it has like plot lines and stuff like that, especially because romances don't really have plot lines. And it's like, what is going on? I can't tell you what's going on in this book. I can't tell you what the plot line is. I am 200 pages, I'm listening, I'm literally like, I'm rarely getting on Twitter. I'm literally trying to create like new thumbnails. I just took down my braids. Like I'm not doing like anything. I'm not doing too much. I'm not on Twitter, so I'm literally focusing and immersing in the story and I'm trying to become interested. But I don't care. I don't care about the characters. Robin is interesting and like I do like the study of like, I do like the topic of like microaggressions and like race within like these dark academia books and how like race when it comes to prestigious schools and even like I really don't know how to explain it. I really don't know what I'm saying, but it's like when you read dark academia books they usually don't have people of color in them unless it's written by a person of color, and it's usually because people don't think that people of color can be prestigious or smart, and so they usually exclude us. And like I like kind of how that book is touching on it, and but it's just like I don't care. I look crazy and I don't care. Like wow, I'm really hoping within the next 200 pages something happens. I need something. I need some action. I need some magic. Does this book even have magic? Is this even a fantasy? Did I make that up? Did I make that up? Oh, it's actually not too much longer from when I just updated, but I have some more thoughts and I kind of wanted to say them. Nobody cares, but I made tea and we don't have regular sugar, but we have brown sugar and honey, so I use that, and it's not terrible, but it's not like what I would drink on purpose. But I do want to state that like not really liking, I've seen some reviews and people who don't like the book seem to like self-deprecate and be like, oh well maybe I'm too dumb to understand, and it's like, no, you're not too dumb to understand what's going on. The book is about colonization and how colonization is bad, but it actually doesn't even go deeper than that. It's just like colonization is bad, yay, you know, like it's not really like, it's not really saying much. And then so I hate seeing reviews like Katie, for example. I didn't finish her vlog, so maybe she changed her mind, but when she was like talking about the book, she was just saying like, oh like maybe I'm too dumb to understand it. It's like, no girl, you're not dumb. This book is just boring. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like I don't care about the characters, and then the characters, okay, the characters that do come up, they don't really have any personality, and then the characters that they do have, you don't know anything about them, and they don't show up as often. Like he's talking to like everybody else but like the friend group, and then the friend group doesn't really feel like a friend group. It just seems like a bunch of people who all have to talk to each other because their characters written in a book. And it's like, the thing I love about the Poppy War is the characters. And I know you, if you know, you've seen a lot of my videos, you know that I am a character and plot person, but I feel like when I say that, people just think that I like plot a lot more and I don't really care about characters. It was like, no, I need both equally. Sometimes I can even take more plot than characters, but considering this book doesn't have more plot than characters, I doesn't, you know, nothing. But like in the Poppy War, my favorite thing about the Poppy War was the characters. Like Alton, like I loved him. Like Naza, like y'all know I love Naja. Like he was my name on Twitter. Like he's like one of my all-time favorite characters. Like Ren, the main girl, one of my all-time favorite characters. A bad bitch. Like I know R.L. Kwan knows how to write a character, so I'm not understanding what's going on in this book and why these characters seem like just people on paper. It's like I'm not. And then R.L. Kwan wrote the Poppy War when she was 19. I know she spent so much time writing this book and studying for it, and it just seems like she spent more pages trying to convince us as to why colonization is bad, but not really going deep into it and not really focusing on. You can come in.
You don't mind.
No.
What are you doing?
Vlog.
Can you stop it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and not really like focusing on the characters. I don't know why I thought I could come on here and just be like cute and like dark and like gloomy. So I have an hour and 40 minutes left of this audiobook, and I really miss my box braids because I really just miss coming on here and just not having to just do much. Like I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I have an hour and 40 minutes left, and I feel like I'm probably gonna give this book 3 stars. Like I am interested now, but I just feel like this book focused so much on like showing us that like colonialism is just like not okay, and she's just colonialism is bad. And then like duh, that's what the book is about. And it's like it didn't really focus on the characters. So now that we're actually focusing on the characters, I kind of don't care because I don't know who these people are. Not in the sense I'm like the characters are being brought up from the first time, but it's like I don't know who Victoria is. Like I know who she is, but like who is she? I know who Robin is because we spent so much time in his head. I know his entire life story. Or even the one girl with the twin brother. I loved hearing that in the interview. I loved hearing that. Like I was like, okay, finally something here. But it's just like I don't know. I feel like this book spent so much time focusing on things that like I didn't care about and building up and focusing on like such small details when it could have been focusing on better details, which is like characterization and their friend group, because I really don't care about what happens to these people, Robin included. Like even the thing that happened with like Griffin, I was like kind of happy he was back a little bit, but then I was like he was gone and I was kind of like okay, whatever. So it's just like I'm not obsessed. It's not bad. It's like a 3-star read. But it's like I'm not obsessed. I'm not in love. I'm not enthralled. And that really saddens me because this was my most anticipated book of the year. And like low-key, I kind of wanted to give it, so far, I kind of want to give it 2 stars. But I want to give it 3 because it's R.F. Kuang. And because, maybe 2.5. Because 2.5 usually means like, okay, this was fine. Like it was in the middle. But I'm probably gonna give it 3 stars to be kind, and because it's R.F. Kuang, and because it is an intriguing story. I'm just like really bored. But also I haven't really been in my fantasy era. I've been in my romance era, so like maybe that is the issue. But I'm also not gonna sit here. It's not. I'm not gonna lie. It's not the issue because I can switch from genre to genre like that, and it'd be fine. So it's just the book. Like honestly, the book is just not for me, and that's okay. Like I'm not absolutely obsessed with it. It's just fine. It's just a story. But yeah, I have an hour 40 minutes, so let's get through it. I was supposed to be done by now, but that was if me and my family hated each other and we didn't talk all day. My brother comes home from school, he has to tell me about his day, and like me and my sister were talking. So like if I hadn't spent all day, like if I hadn't, you know, interacted with my siblings and, you know, talked to my mom before she left for work, then maybe I would have been done with this book. But that's just not my life. So I'm probably gonna be done around like 7 or 8. So yeah, this terrible lighting for the rest of the video, and then I'll probably do my outro tomorrow when it's like better lighting. I guess that really doesn't matter, but I don't hate this lighting, and I could make it better, but I don't know. I kind of like, I don't know, like this is how my room is. Like literally, like this light back here, and this light is usually dimmed to like, it's usually dimmed to like this, and so this is usually like what my room looks like. I'm very sensitive to light, so I live as if I'm in a cave. And because I'm trying to show you like what my room is like on a day-to-day basis, but like this is what my room looks like every single day. And I wish my videos could just be like this, because this is just like so like cute and like cozy, like, and like, yeah, like this is what my room looks like every night. And then I just have like a little bit of light, because I don't really need much, and I'm really sensitive to like light and sound, so I usually like have everything like pretty low. And then I don't know, it just makes my room feel nice and good, and like my eyes adapt very well to the light, which is really good, because I had a red light once and it made me feel freaking crazy. So this is about Babel, Babel, not about Mayanna's life. Because someone commented on one of my vlogs and it was like, you talk too much about your personal life. So I'm gonna stop that, since obviously it's so freaking annoying. Just kidding, I don't care what people think. I don't know what's wrong with me. I am a little sleepy because I woke up at 5 a.m. so I've been awake for 10 hours now. But I need to finish this book before I go to bed, because I cannot go to sleep without finishing a book. Like, I cannot go to sleep with me having the book read. Like, I will literally stay up until like I am half asleep, unless like I'm in the beginning of a book. But like, you know, I cannot go to bed with me having a book read. Not I'm a rapper. I need to get back to this book. I procrastinate, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I'm wasting time just so I don't have to turn the audiobook back on. So it is currently 8 a.m. I finished it. I gave it 2.5 stars. I think that Arf Kwang is an amazing writer, and she clearly put in a lot of research and a lot of time, and it was done very well. But unfortunately, this book just was not for me. There wasn't a lot going on in my opinion. I found the book very boring. I find myself struggling to want to continue the book, but I kept like, I wasn't struggling to listen or anything like that. Like, I was very like immersed in the story, but I feel like it focused too much on the like day-to-day life of going to school at Oxford. And like, I thought this was like a dark academia book, and like it is, but it's like I wanted it to focus on a lot more. And I feel like Arvquam could have focused on fleshing the characters out and fleshing the friendship out, because I really didn't feel the chemistry of them being friends. And I don't think I've ever said this before, because like usually like if a book is 100 pages, the book is 100 pages. Like, I'm usually never like, I want more. I'm never that kind of person. I feel like this book would have done very well as a duology, I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like it just spent so much time setting up that like, if it would have, this book could have been like the setup of everything, and then the next book could have been like the like focusing on the characters. I just feel like, I don't know, I really wish that Arv Kwang focused on the characters, because they were really important to the story. Like, these characters are really important, it's about them, and it's like I don't know anything about these characters. I don't care about them. And then we were getting like, don't know these characters' names, but that's my own fault. The who had the twin brother, I loved hearing her story in the interlude. That was like the last like 80%. Hello?
Sorry.
Wow, that was so creepy.
I thought she was talking to you.
No, that was like the last 80% of the book. So it's just like, I just feel like it could have focused a lot better on the characters and plot. The plot also didn't kick in until the last percentage of the book, like the last 200 pages. And it's like, I was so into it. I liked it, I loved it, but it was like, by the time we got to the plot, I didn't care. I wish we could have got the plot like halfway through, 30% through. Like, I feel like a good chunk of this book really could have been taken out. Like a good, like I want to say 400, I want to say page 300 to like 500 could have, 305, that's the pages of the book. I want to say pages like 200 to like 300, 350 could have been taken out the book, because I just didn't care. I just don't know. I'm trying to like really articulate myself and like say how I feel, but at the end of the day, I just didn't care about the story. I didn't care about the characters. I didn't care about the plot. I didn't care about what was going on. I didn't care about Robin, and it was so crazy because I was so interested in learning about like how like how people like of different races go to the school, and like how women go to the school, and like what's going on with them, like the things that are happening with them. But it's just like every time I tried to care, every time I started to care, it would just be like a long like thing happening, like something that just didn't wasn't important. It would just be like so long and drawn out that I just didn't care anymore. So yeah, that's it for this vlog. I hope you liked it. I do plan on doing these vlogs more. I'm gonna be doing this for Hellbent. I'm gonna be doing this for the Stolen Heir. Hopefully, if I can get the books in time. 'Cause I already have those videos planned out, and I want to do them for my 2023 releases, to be honest, because I really like doing these vlogs, and I want to do more like 2023 release videos because I think that would be very fun. So yeah, next week I'll be doing another reading vlog. Obviously, I'll be reading 2 popular YA books, which I think would be so fun because you guys know that I don't read YA, but they're by authors of color, so I thought that would be fun. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope that you liked it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one.